Good, happy Wednesday morning, September 30th, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We are doing our broadcast a little differently this morning due to an internet outage right now at the Riley King Network, so we will not be doing our normal broadcast this morning. It's going to be a little different due to some technical difficulties. So, we are broadcasting with our cell phone, and so it'll be a little different. So, let's begin this Wednesday morning broadcast right now, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for joining us all on this early Wednesday morning. First up, COVID-19 updates. 28 new COVID-19 cases, 1 new hospitalization announced in New Hampshire. New Hampshire health officials announced 28 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 on Tuesday, along with 1 new hospitalization. Thousands of rapid COVID-19 tests headed to New Hampshire. It might soon be easy to fast for some Granite Staters to learn if they have COVID-19. New Hampshire is expecting to soon receive 25,000 Abaton Bixon now rapid adjuvant COVID-19 tests. State officials said the tests are very small and highly accurate. It's about the size of a credit card, and it comes with a nasal swab, said Dr. Jonathan Bellard of the Department of Health and Human Services. The nasal swab only goes into the tip of the nose, and it's inserted into this card, and after 15 minutes, a line appears on the card that determines if the test is positive, and if it doesn't appear, it's negative. The test will be distributed to 20 hospitals across the state, as well as 2 National Guard drive-through testing sites in Concord and Londonderry. The decision on who gets the test will be made by healthcare providers. The test only works on people who have been symptomatic within the past 7 days. Officials said the test will be especially helpful for first responders, students, and teachers, determining quickly whether they can go back to school or to work. It allows those frontline workers in public health and to determine very quickly about who should be quarantined or isolation to keep the virus from further spreading, Belliard said. Officials said the test is 97% accurate when administered properly to the right person. New Hampshire is expected to get about 400,000 tests by the end of the year. The testing sites are expected to be ready in about 2 weeks. Granite State farmers eager for much needed rain, hoping for above average snowfall this winter. Rain in the Granite State forecast is welcome news for New Hampshire farmers. Some have begun to plan for winter. At La Valley Farms in Hooksett, the fruits and veggies are bursting with color and flavor, but just up the road at one of their crop fields in Pembroke, their harvest is done for the season. We had some really hard frost freezes last week down into the mid-20s, said Chris LaValle of LaValle Farms. So all the corn is done. It's probably the earliest we've seen hard frost like that on our farm. The drought has taken a toll on LaValle this year, but he encouraged by the incoming rain. Hopefully we get a nice steady continuing of rain, LaValle said. 1 or 2 inches, I think they're saying. That's a pretty good amount to get us a little help. While some crops cannot be salvaged for this year, the rain is beneficial to cover crops. The cover crop is the crop you put down in the winter, LaValle said. So we his winter rye. I've got about 6,000 pounds worth that I'm going to see out onto the land. It's grows primarily in September, October, and November. After the storm, LaValle said they will chop up the field, lay down the crops, and then hope for more rain and a snowy winter. I'm the one of the ones that always believes in the averages, LaValle said. So if it's dry for a while, it's going to go the other way. So hopefully it doesn't go crazy and we have an unbelievable snow year. Hopefully it doesn't go too much on the other side, but hopefully we get a normal to maybe a little above average snow. 5 takeaways from Biden and Trump first presidential debate. Last night was the first presidential debate with Trump and Biden on the stage. President Donald Trump and Democrat nominee Joe Biden struggled to break through their own noise on Tuesday night in the first presidential debate, which was filled with interruptions, arguing, and incoherent pitches to American voters. 3 decided topics, including the 2 candidates' records, the coronavirus response, the Supreme Court, the economy, and voting issues, through though viewers only got a sense of each candidate's platform in brief moments when they let each other answer. Fox News Sunday anchor Chris Wallace, who had the trying task of keeping the subcling under control, moderated the 90-minute debate from Case Western Reserve University and the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio. With just over 30 days until November 3rd, it's the first of 4 presidential debates of the cycle, but because mail-in voting has become a popular, safe choice during the pandemic, on Tuesday night, voting was underway as Trump and Biden squared and were on stage. Here are the 5 key takeaways from the first of the 3 presidential debates. Squabbling leads to incoherence, leaving key questions unanswered for Americans. Supreme Court debate front and center through the lens of healthcare. Trump's taxes have a brief moment in the spotlight. Trump doesn't condemn White House supremacy after he's asked, and Biden misses an opportunity to dive in. A simple question about voting yields to two different answers. And those are the 5 key takeaways from the Democratic presidential debate last night. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and see you back here later on today with more news coverage. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. And hopefully our internet will be working later on today. Goodbye, everyone.